you know, stuff in the back room, stuff we had in storage. We're like, oh, well, let's try this time. We got a great comic collection this lady's slowly bringing to us that has been on ice for 17 years and it's starting to come out. We got 30 boxes of that we'll be going through over the next few weeks, and just got a lot of really cool stuff.
All right, you guys, to claim you're going to write the price, don't forget to write the price. To make an offer, just put a question mark. Let me know what you're making an offer on. Put a question mark. We'll give priority to full claims. That's called a snipe. Robert, what are you doing with shipping?
Basically, if you spend over $100, your shipping is free. Under $100, it's $10 for comics and books or what have you, and $15 for CGC books.
And because we have some crazy original art, especially payment plans, somebody's asking already.
I'm comfortable with right now with only because San Diego's coming up. I'm at like within, you know, I'd like to be done before San Diego if possible. Normally I could do a little more than 30 days, but just with San Diego coming up, I'd like to stay within the confines of that. So within like 3 weeks, within 3 weeks.
3 weeks, 30% down, 3 weeks.
Yeah.
All right. So 30% non-refundable. 3 weeks for the rest. Yeah. He needs gas money to get to San Diego.
I am driving out there this year, so yes, I do. And the other thing is, if you are from Canada, then we need to talk about the shipping, just because it is a little more expensive for me to get it to you. So I have no problem selling to my Canadian friends. Just we'll address the shipping so it's equitable for both of us.
All right, let's get started.
Okay, so we're going to start out with some comic books. So this is a book we had last week. We have lowered the price. It's 6.5. It is $1,700.
All right, there it is. The first Swamp Thing, 6.5.
Or
conservative
better.
6.5.
Conservative
yeah,
5.
Conservative 6.5. $1,700 ask. He will take offers if it doesn't sell right away. If you want to see it closer, let us know. You can trust his grading. It's probably gonna inure to your favor. All right, let's keep rocking.
All right. Wonder Woman 207, 8.0, 125. Flash 167, 7.0, $66. Green Lantern, number 40, 3.5, $66. All of these books I'll be more than happy to pull out and show you up close. This is Amazing Spider-Man. This is number, I think it's 4. And it's 9/2, and it's signed by Ramos right there. So if you like signatures, there you go. We have a Tales of the Titans, first Nightwing. It's signed by Wolfman and George Perez. Wolfman's kind of
double signed to $75.
It's a 7.5. We do have this Justice League. It's a qualified 7.5. There's a coupon that's cut out at the 9th page, and it does affect the story. And that's $45. We have Justice League 21, 2.0 for $44. Green Lantern 30, 5.5 for $44. 24, 4.0. This one has white pages for $44. I believe this is the second Flash Superman race.
Maybe somebody at your store can just pull out the comics a little bit, because you're not really even showing them.
Yeah, we're just getting the top part, aren't we? There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. Get out of the. There we go. There we go. No glare. All right.
No COA on the Tales 44. Elite wants to come in for a minute. We'll do that. Okay. Just go ahead.
Okay. Then we've got another qualified Justice League where apparently this person really wanted to get some. He wanted to, I guess, was ordering some comic books or something. And that one's $20 for number 27.
Elite Comics 11, welcome you guys. We're already over 120 people over here. I just want to make sure everyone knows we're over here on Elite Collectibles 11 today. We're doing a huge collectible sale. You see some comics right now, but there's going to be original art. Just going to keep you guys here for a few minutes, then we'll go back to the bigger screen. Come over to Elite_Collectibles 11 to tune in. Thank you.
Okay. Always one of my favorite covers. Detective Comics 371, 6.0 for $66. Justice League number 12, 2.5 for $14. Detective Comics 327, 5.0 for $77.
Somebody's blown up.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna Elite Comics 11. Come on over to Elite underscore Collectibles 11 to continue to watch. Big night over here.
All right, Wonder
you guys join
Woman
us.
203.85 with white pages for $100. Wonder Woman 178, 4.5 for $45. Detective Comics 380, 8.0 for $75.
Okay.
Action Comics 214, 5.5 for $200. This is actually a really nice book.
We got 150 people in here. Apparently, they did not come for the comics. So
okay.
Let's.
Amazing Spider-Man 16, 4.5 for $500.
Okay.
Amazing Spider-Man 24, 6.5 for $200. Amazing Spider-Man 21, 6.5 for $350. Amazing Spider-Man 28, 6.5 for $500. Amazing Spider-Man number 30, 6.5 for $150. And then we got Avengers here, Avengers number 7. Now this one does have a rusty bottom staple. It's a 7.0, it's $360. Then Avengers number 10, 175, 5.0. And then we have a qualified 5.5 Fantastic Four number 43. The first 5 wraps are detached at the top staple. And that's $46. All
right, let's back up on the comics. Give them one last look over. I'm not seeing any interest. You just showed like 84 comics. So let's get a little closer, do one more scan. There's a lot of things that are not comics tonight. If you're here for comics, it's going to be short and sweet. We're going to get into the other stuff. There's some great comics on this wall, but we're going to switch gears quick. So if you guys want to make any plays on these comics, this is not primarily a comic show. So, but look at this wall. There's some nice books up there, and trust me, Robert will make offers. What is the defects on the House of Secrets 92?
Nothing. It's awesome. I mean, it's just wear, just general wear. This book, I mean, in my opinion, I think it presents better than a 6.5. Basically, at this point, we don't sell it. We'll grade it and then see where we're at. But there is not anybody that would buy this book for this price that is going to be disappointed.
All right. 1,700. Who signed the new Teen Titans? It was George Perez
and Marv Wolfman.
Marv Wolfman. 1,500 on the House of Secrets 92. 1,600 RFA. Come up $100, and it's a deal. Good to see you, my man. $1,600 takes it. Let us know. All right, let's keep scanning.
Okay. We're gonna
scan the comics.
One more time. All right.
Last call on these comics. See if he's in or out. Anyone else want to make any offers? We're gonna leave this.
Just for the sake of showing you what else we had, really quick.
My secret, Miss Tasty, is that I'm friends with you. That's my secret. Don't tell anybody.
This is some of the other stuff we had. Whole bunch of Batmans here.
Okay, he's gonna think on it.
Okay.
No problem. So you're at 1,600, right?
Yes.
All right, let me see what I can do here. If it sweetens the deal, I'll pitch in $50 for RFA. So he'd have to get to 1,550, and I'm not seeing any other interest in comics. So we should take a cue, and we should move away from comics right now.
Okay, we'll come back to them. We got some CGCs too. All right, so before we get to the art,
all right, 1,550 is done. $1,550. RFA 2094 takes it down. 1,550. 50.
Some great toys.
Looks like Bam _ Pow _ Comics wants to pitch in $25 towards it. So $15.25 from RFA 2094, 25 from Bam _ Pow _ Comics. Thank you very much. 50 from Elite.
Okay, so we have a Return of the Jedi. This is a 2012 vintage collection, Emperor's Royal Guard. It's an 8.5. It's $150.
All right, from 2012.
Yes, it's a vintage collection.
Card, and then what's the grade?
It's 8.5. Uncirculated.
8.5,
uncirculated. I think this came from like a box set or something like that. So it's you know, I think I don't know if there were more in it or not, but it's an uncirculated.
Do you got a Storm Shadow tonight?
No Storm Shadow. Okay. We have a Donkey Kong Country, 9.4. Oh, DGC nice. Graded.
Minty.
$700.
All right, 9.4 Donkey Kong Country, $700. This is complete in box, graded. That's a crazy grade.
We have the Wolverine Jeep from Toy Biz, $400. This is graded a 90.
Is that sealed?
Yes.
Who wants the Wolverine Jeep? Who had this thing? What's the grade? A 90. That's
90.
Insane. That's like a 9.8 basically.
Yeah.
Or better.
Or better, yes.
$400. Is the Revenge of the Jedi poster authentic?
Yeah. Yes.
So Revenge of the Jedi, it is there. It is. I think this one's on. He put it on linen.
It's linen backed.
So
yes, it is linen backed.
It's linen backed. It was folded, but you can barely see the folds on the linen backing. Revenge of the Jedi poster was pulled because they changed the name of the movie at the last second to Return of the Jedi. So that is a Grail piece. And then what year is the Jeep?
The Jeep is 1995. 1995.
All right. 1995. You want $330 on the Wolverine Jeep from Patrick?
Okay.
$330. Grail _ keepers _ keys. Thank you. Thank you, Pat. Nice pickup. That 90 is a crazy grade on that.
Alrighty. We have a photo that was signed by Irving Kershner and David Prowse. There's his signature, and there's the David Prowse signature. And it was apparently there was like a numbered edition of this that came out. There were 100 of them that were signed. There's this certificate here.
Yeah, we're gonna need you to get help from someone in your store. Like, it's really like Blair Witchy. Like,
sorry.
We need to not have to zoom in, zoom out, and go on the ride with you for every piece. Like,
there you go.
Back. Okay, cool.
So there's the certificate of authenticity, and it's signed by those two dudes. The director of arguably the best Star Wars movie.
All right, double signed. That's the director and the late David Prowse there. Nice. $600.
We have this Frank Frazetta poster from the Frank Frazetta Art Museum. This is from when he had a couple of different museums, but this was the last one when it was up on the estate of his house in Pennsylvania. And I got these when they did the gallery opening in 2001, and this one is $200.
All right, so what?
And it's matted.
What is it again?
It's basically a poster for the Frazetta Art Museum.
Nice.
He at one time he had like a museum he started like in Florida, and decided I guess he didn't want to live in Florida, so he moved back home to East Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania, and they built this basically a gallery on his land. And when they reopened it in 2001, there were these posters, and there was this. If you went to the gallery opening, you got one of these, and it was the grand opening.
All right, you're not a real Frank Frazetta fan if you're not. Actually, if you're going to tell a story this long again, I'm going to need a cup like that.
Yeah.
$200.
$200 for the
Who
class.
wants a Frazetta cup from the museum opening? All right.
And then the matted piece is also $200. But while we're over here, let's start with something kind of interesting. This is a cover to Strange Academy #1. This is a Peach Momoko cover, and in our opinion, best cover ever. It's just beautiful. It's stunning.
It's definitely a modern. It's an iconic modern piece. Peach's classic. This is the one of one. This is actually the original art for the cover.
And I've seen some of her other pieces that are published covers, and they're a little. The line quality is a little thicker. It's a little bulkier, almost like she was using markers or something. This is not. This is just exquisite.
So you've seen this cover, especially if you're a modern collector, a peach collector. This is the one of one.
And this one is $26K.
$26,000. There's only one, and it is in Houston, Texas, right now.
And then we've got the cover to Classic X-Men.
Oh, you do 500 on the Donkey Kong?
Yes.
All right, Omar Shockett. Omar Shockett. Omar took it. $500. Thank you, Omar. Good to see you, man.
And this is for the cover to Classic X-Men #17. It is John Bogdanov, inked by Terry Austin. This one is $30K. It is an amazing cover. And here's a picture of the actual cover. Oh, it's upside down. Oops.
Ooh.
There we go. There we go. And that's the printed cover. That's the published cover. And there's the original art. And that one's $30K. The next thing we have is a Deathlock #7 cover. This is Dennis Cowan, inked by Kent Williams. Go back on it so you can see it. This is $11,000.
All right. Look at this. So that's a cover?
Yes. This is a cover. Deathlock #7.
Deathlock #7, the original art cover. Nice. Okay.
And then how about here, let's do this. Kind of jump around a little bit for you. So this is the Star Wars. This is the hardcover. This is not a book club edition. This was a copy of the book that they sold in stores. It's got the price. This book is in near mint condition. And here's the copyright information. It shows you here, hardbound Ballantine Books edition, October '77, which is what this is. The first edition was actually a paperback. And that's why it says December '76. So it was a paperback original. This is the first hardcover. It's $150. It has these really great pictures from the movie, much like the paperback did. This is not a book club edition. This is one they sold in the stores.
All right, $150. That is the hardcover, only predated by the soft cover. Okay, $150.
We also have, the other day I saw you sell a Jurassic Park first edition. We have something a little different. This is a Jurassic Park gift edition. Jurassic Park came out in 1990. The gift edition came out in 1993. It has this, and it was signed in the book by Michael Crichton.
Nice. So does gift edition mean that somebody in chat's supposed to buy this and gift it to me?
Yeah, it was, no, and these were like, I guess at some point in time, Barnes & Noble was doing these books where they were already like signed, you know, that they offered there. In fact, they did American Gods like that, where when you bought it, you could go to certain stores would have like, 10 copies each store that were signed.
All right. Signed by Michael Crichton. It's the gift edition, not the first edition. Gift edition. $200. If you guys watched our book sale the other day, you know that the first edition went for a lot more than that. So if you
It's
want
neat.
to find
It has this
Jurassic Park,
acetate cover.
watch your mouth. $200.
And to get us in the mood for the Superman doll,
okay,
we have this book called A Job for Superman. And basically, it's a book that was written by the original Superman, the first Superman, Kirk Alyn. And the book is signed, personalized, Kirk Alyn. He when he retired, he lived here in the Woodlands area of Houston. And so he used to do shows back in the 70s.
Oh, wow. Signed and remarked by him, and it's just $25? Okay.
Yep. And so this is probably one of the super special things in the store that we have.
Okay, can I just before you start on this, can I give some background?
Yeah.
Robert, he called me up to tell me about this doll. He's in love with this thing. I mean, it is awesome, but Robert does not usually get as attached to his product as he does this doll. You can tell by the way he looks at him and talks about him. But okay, $15 is 25 is claimed. What was that? The Superman book, right?
Yes, Kirk Alyn.
All right, let's give it to Rhino T2024. Man, that okay, we'll call it an action figure. Fine. It looks like it's seen some shit. Look at it. That's like 45, 47-year-old Superman.
Yeah, this is
It looks like you went 12 rounds with Doomsday.
So this was originally made by Ideal. It's from 1940. The body was a composite material, and same with the head. And then the other pieces here were like wooden. What I've owned this a few times. This is the most perfect one I have ever seen. Normally when you see this particular doll, because this was a composite material that was painted. And over the years, that paint, depending on how it was stored, would crack. This one has no cracks at all. The ones that you are presently on eBay that you look at are basically garbage. They're ones that have been repainted and restored and fixed with Bondo, or I don't even know what the hell they were fixed with. This thing is normally another area is this. There's usually will be a crack along the seam area. This one is completely intact. I
feel like this doll thinks all of us are soft.
The cape is in incredible condition. A lot of times you'll find them and they don't have the cape. The S on the Superman is, I mean, this almost, to me, this looks like something that, yes, it's aged, but, not 80 years old or 70 years old. This is like something that's only like maybe 20 years old in the condition. They're all sometimes a little different in how they were painted. You'll see some variation, but this is the original paint job.
This is crazy. What year is this from?
1940.
Wow.
Or
1940. So this is the first.
Wait, it's either 40 or 41. I maybe misspoke. I think but I'm pretty sure it's right in that. This is basically the first Superman toy ever made, and essentially the first action figure ever made, if you want to get down to it.
Wow. All right, you guys aren't going to see this again, so we're having fun with it, but it's, a huge part of Superman history, a huge part of comic book history. The first Superman toy, and the condition on it is just, you're not going to find it like this. And how much is it?
This one here is $10,000.
He's asking $10,000. 1940.
Yes.
They're not gonna make Superman like that again. Why not grade it? Do they even grade this one?
I don't know. I didn't even think about that. I know that I have it wrapped up in the back in a shelf that says "Do not fuck with the shelf," because I don't want anybody touching it. Once again, I'm a big fan of old Superman, like original OG items, and you know, this is the grail. The three things you want are this, the ray gun, or the wind up tank where he's flipping over the tank. Those are the top three things that you want.
All right, so he's asking 10,000, and he if somebody can reach a deal with the Robert Russian Max, pitch in $100. B&M Autos, you're saying grade it to verify it. That's fine. You could buy it and verify it. If it's not verified, you get a full refund. Like, there's literally no risk about verifying it. Like,
no, not at all. Not at all.
You'll pay for your grading fee too. Like, it's legit.
I think the last one that sold that was as nice as this was, I want to say, at least like 4 or 5 years ago at Hakes, and I think it went for 12. That one had the box, and I mean the box alone is probably worth like $3,000. But I've never seen one. Once again, I've owned it. This is the fourth one I've had in my life. And
Patrick's curious about the $68,000 piece.
The which one? Oh,
you have something.
This here.
Something for $68,000.
No, it's 6.8.
Oh, 6,800, Patrick.
Okay.
Just pennies.
Yeah, this is a stunning Neil Adams Aquaman piece he did for someone.
Have someone off the screen put a $68,000 price on something, please.
Okay. Well, see, there's the point right there. And it's, this is exquisite. This is not like, in his last years, Neil was cranking out a lot of, head sketches and, quickie kind of things for people. This is not one of those. This thing is the person that got it from. He loved this piece. This is just, the framing alone's grand. It's just, he put a lot of effort into having this, and
Mark, he said he would do 30% down and he'd give you 3 weeks to the rest. If you want a counter with payment time frames, just let him know. But he'll for sure do 30% down, 3 weeks to the rest. Or you could make it part of your offer if you need more time.
So there's this piece.
So this is incredibly detailed from Neil. This is Neil crushing this piece. Aquaman fan. It looks like that's based on the movie depiction, right?
Mm-hmm.
6,800 already framed. Neil Adams
was done in 2018. Really beautiful piece. Okay, so now we have this.
Mark, if you want to make an offer on the Superman toy, you can take Max's money. He offered you $100, so. Okay.
Roach. Okay, so this piece here, we showed this last week, but we didn't have as many people in here last week. So this one here is a piece. What it started out with was just this illustration with a white background, and it's Brother Voodoo, drawn by David Roach, and then the person who had it commissioned Gerhard to do the backgrounds. So it's a kind of a combo thing. Something that was drawn in the 70s or 80s, probably the 70s, and then more recently, Gerhard got to it, and he doesn't do these anymore. He's retired from doing these, so you can't get these done anymore. And he just did created this exquisite background for it.
All right, so that background was added later by Gerhard.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. Right now. Here's a piece of history that we're about to show you. This is page 2 from Amazing Spider-Man 252.
So Amazing Spider-Man 252, this is the first appearance of the black suit. This is the original art page of the page right out of it. I think, is this the splash page or what is this?
No. I don't know what happened to the splash page. I don't remember exactly, but this came from Tom DeFalco. This was part of his collection, and it's signed by Tom DeFalco here because it was part of the Tom DeFalco collection when it sold. And this one here is $30K.
All right, $30K. This is a page out of Spider-Man 252. So first black suit.
All right.
That AF-15 homage cover you guys know well. Well, that's the original art from one of the pages right there. Cool.
Now we have a Marvel Team Up 144 page. This is page 8. This is the 5th appearance of the symbiote, and it is a transformation page. And it's an action transformation page, which makes it even cooler. It has, Peter changing into the costume and beating up some bad guys.
Who doesn't love the black suit? That's awesome. So this is Marvel Team Up, an original page. You get some black suit Spidey in action there. Okay, yeah. 46,000.
46,000.
Okay. And
we'll take it down a little bit. We have a splash page for Spider-Man number 33 by Bob McLeod, and it's got the Punisher all tied up, looking all angry because he's tied up and he can't kick ass. Vengeance. Is that his name, Vengeance? And then Spider-Man. Last page of the book. And then we have the original art to this card. And it's signed by Paul Mounts. He did the painted artwork. He was a colorist, I think, for everybody. He worked for everybody back in the 90s.
That's the original all over the art from that Ghost Rider card. Another one of one, and it's how much? $250?
2,000.
Oh, 2,000. What's below for 250?
250 is this drawing by Kundo Crunch, and it's Orion.
Who?
Orion from the New Gods.
Oh, Orion from the New Gods. Okay.
We have a Joelle Jones cover. These are the pencils she drew for the cover. She actually drew these pencils, scanned them, and then digitally did a painted version for the actual printed cover. So this is the only art that exists for this cover. I think it's Danger Street number 4, I believe.
Well, look at Bourbon. He says he'll pitch in $100 towards any claim on original art of 1,000 or more. Thank you so much, Bourbon. Yeah, shout out to Atomic Monkey. I mean, Robert's bringing you guys some high-end art tonight, and just, appreciate it being on here. I hope you guys are enjoying being able to see it and ask any questions, make any offers.
Make offers. I mean, look, all I can do is tell you no. So no offer is, I'm not offended by any offer. So, even if the offer,
he's not offended by any offer. I'll read it.
Yeah.
Let's stay above the 50% threshold.
So we have X-Men versus the Avengers, issue 4. This is a page by Keith Pollard and Joe Rubenstein. This one here is 7,500, and it basically features everybody. There's the Avengers, and then the X-Men just got zapped away, and then they got popped over here, and there's Magneto, and then Cap's none too happy about it. And there's Magneto again. More X-Men. So basically, I mean, everybody's in this page.
Dee's asking, do you have any Batman or X-23 art?
Not X-23, but we do have some Batman that we're going to be showing.
Okay, we'll show you some Batman, D. Good to see you.
This is a page from the first story arc featuring Hitmonkey. This is from issue number 3, page 2. And I kept a page from this because I think this artist is amazing. His name is Dalabar Talajic. There's Bullseye, looking all angry, probably because he's jealous of monkeys. Here is the layouts. in blue pencil to Punisher #1, 1995. That was, I guess, started to get inked. It's signed by Tom Lyle, who was the artist of that particular book. And just there's a little bit of pencil there. And this is $600.
Okay.
And then here's something a little more affordable. We've got this is a hand-colored print by Lorraine Haynes, and she was the colorist on the Longbow Hunters. So it's a piece that she did. She drew the piece, made a print of it, and then she hand-colored the print, and that's $75. And then here's a piece by Zoe Milk. That's $300. She actually does a lot more of, I guess, fine art type thing. She's been setting up in San Diego the last few years and bringing pieces, and she sells these little, like she brings like 20 or 30 of them. She sells them, and once they're gone, they're gone. And they're pretty fun. They're really.
Okay, let's do a scan really quick of the pieces you've shown already before we get to the new ones. I just want to, if anyone's just tuning in, got any questions, want to see any of these, there's original art from ASM 252. There's some Black Suit Marvel Team Up original page. There's a Peach Momoko, that cover piece. The
cover of Deathlock.
The
cover of Classic X-Men, and a Peach Momoko. This is Strange Academy #1 variant cover.
And the original Superman toy also in play. 10,000 or best offer on it. What characters were on the $75 piece? What was that? Green Arrow and.
This is that Shado? Is that her name?
I think so.
Yeah, Shado and Green Arrow.
Okay.
We got some cards for people into 90s cards. These are complete card sets without the I guess the extra holograms. So we got the Spider-Man set for $65. We got 2 of those. We've got the X-Men set for $60. We've got 1 of those. Oh, we got actually 3 of the Spider-Man sets. This is, which set is that? 1995 Fleer Ultra set for $76. Star Wars Empire Strikes Back at $60 for the whole set.
So when you say the whole set, like there's multiple pages, is that what you're talking about? Yeah, I mean it's not super clear. You got to tell them.
I'm sorry. The 132 cards. The set had 132 cards.
The whole set.
The whole set.
And then what about the ones in the back? Like you said, the Spidey set. You're talking about the whole card set.
This is the whole card set. Which is probably, was that like 100 and?
Show on the side, there's multiple pages.
Yeah, you can see there's multiple pages here.
So it's the whole card set. Right. Okay, like he's just showing you one page. I don't know why he's not flipping. Are they in a bag?
They're in a bag. They're in a bag.
All right,
they're in a bag, and then we have them in a set. We have them in a box too, if that makes sense. If it's easier for people to tell. To visualize. Yeah, this one here is 81 cards. Actually, more than 81. I think that's just the first. It's at the back part of the checklist, the front part. This is probably closer to 150 card set.
Which set includes the chase cards?
None of them. These are all ones without the chases.
Okay.
And then we have this other Empire Strikes Back. This is Series 2. This was also another 132 cards for $60. And all the cards are in there.
$60 for the full base. Okay.
Okay, now come back to that. Thank you. We have a sealed box, 1995 Flair Marvel Annual, $625 for this sealed box. There are 24 packs in this box.
What's the condition on the 92 masterpieces?
92.
Fine.
Yeah, like fine, very fine, maybe.
Fine to very fine. That's the base set, right?
Yeah, just the base set.
And then you got $100 offer on both of the Star Wars sets.
Okay, yeah.
B&M Autos. B&M Autos. $100 for both. Thank you.
Here's the Marvel masterpieces. This is the Hildebrandt Brothers box set, or box, pardon me. It's a sealed box. It's $325.
Oh, wow. Wow, dude, Bourbon hooking somebody up. All right, be quick. Next claim, $250 or more, $100 chipped in to Bourbon. You got to follow the directions. Bourbon, you are awesome. Thank you.
All right.
Can I claim Bourbon?
That's number one. So this is the very first Marvel card set, or card series. And this is Marvel Universe. It's a sealed box. It's $645. Factory sealed box. And then if we have any Magic people out there, here is a sealed collector's booster of Lord of the Rings, Magic the Gathering, Tales of Middle-earth. The One Ring has already been found, but here is a box for $400. We have 2 of them.
What Star Wars figures are there? We've only seen
we only had so far we just sold the one.
The red Emperor Guard. Okay.
All right. Let's see. How about any Rob Liefeld fans out there?
All right.
So what we got here is, this is a bound volume of New Mutants 85, 87 through 100. So New Mutants 98 is in here. X-Force 1 through 12, Spider-Man 16, X-Force 1 through 6, and then it has this drawing on the front page, basically, by Rob Liefeld. This is $1,500, and
somebody actually bound the actual comics together in there. So it had some big books in there. So it had the first Deadpool bound in there. You said ASM what? 16?
Spider-Man 16. Anything McFarlane worked on during that time?
Or Liefeld.
Liefeld.
Anything to Liefeld. This is basically a Liefeld, all the stuff that he worked on.
Okay, that makes more sense.
And so he did that crossover book in Spider-Man 16 with Todd McFarlane.
All right, so you get those OG comics. Somebody bound them together in this volume, and then you get when
they were bound. When they were bound, they were like near mint books. Now they're not anymore, but these bound volumes they're coming up. People do appreciate them. It's something different. It is unique. It's not for everybody, but you get this Rob Liefeld Deadpool drawing in the front of it. Let me get to that again.
For people who read comics.
Yeah.
This is perfect.
Yes, there you go.
I'm shocked that nobody's used this credit yet. There's $100 credit on a claim of $250 or more. Oh, Sally Aguilar is trying to use it. $275 offer on Flair set with credit. I wasn't even looking at offers. I figured you just claim.
So you mean $275 for this box? Is that what they mean?
Oh, Flair set. Sally, what are you offering? I mean, I guess that's the only Flair, right?
Yeah, it's only Flair ones.
It's a $275 offer apparently.
The box is $625.
Oh, this one is $625.
That's the Flair box.
That's the Flair box. This is Fleer. So that's Flair. That's Fleer.
Whatever. Yeah, that $325 Fleer.
So that's one he's talking about for $275.
Sally, yes.
Or she, sorry.
$275. Do you want it?
Yeah. For this box.
All right, it's done. Sally Aguilar 915. Wow, you're gonna pay $175 because Bourbon _Vol is gonna chip in $100. Thank you very much, Sally. But real big thank you to Bourbon _Vol and Brixco. Thank you for the assist.
The background. Okay. So here is an interesting piece. This is
I think I screwed that up. Flair and Fleur.
Yeah. So here's I guess this is on cardboard. It's larger than a 5x7, it looks like. And it's Todd Webbs McFarlane, 1992. And it's just a signature card that he did. And that's $325. But it's got a little, I guess you want to call it Todd McFarlane drawing.
All right, we're the Todd McFarlane fans. It's a full Todd and a Webb thrown in.
Okay, so this piece here, this is really interesting. We've got two pieces. We have this. This is what, like note card. Yeah, 3x5 note card. John Romita Jr. drawing of Wolverine. It's $200. But for the $200, you also get on the back a Daredevil drawing, and this was done in 1992. So on this note card, you get a Daredevil and a Wolverine drawing by John Romita Jr. for $200.
Wow.
And then
I used to draw note cards like that, but they didn't look that good.
And then this one here was $400. This was personalized to, it looks like, to either Skid or Skip. I think I'm gonna say Skip. And this is a pencil drawing of Spider-Man's head by nice. John Romita Sr. And this had to be done, I think, earlier because it looks really nice. I've seen some of the later ones that he did, and like anything else, as he got older, they weren't as nice looking. And this one is really, really, I think it's just awesome. And that one's $400.
All right, $400. Some Romita Senior art.
And if you want the pair, where you get the senior and the junior thing, if you want to put them together, it'll be $500.
$500 for both, he says. You got father and son there. $500 for both, or you can get them individually.
And they're perfect size for PSA grading.
I know, bricks go right, but it worked out for her.
Yeah, so they are the size that you actually could PSA grade them too, if you're inclined to do such a to do that to them, you could.
Okay.
We have a Beast Wars animated cell with the drawing that goes with it, the matching drawing. Mm-hmm. This is $300. We have 3 pages of that's Exo
Unity Yearbook,
right, from the Unity Yearbook, but that character is Exo. So the Exo Man-O-War featured in these. It's from Unity Yearbook. We have 3 different pages, a 400, a 500, and a 550. So we have a few ranges, and with various degrees of detail and action.
If you haven't already, guys, can you hit this drop down? Follow Elite Collectibles 11, please. We are actually 9 people away from 9,000. So really appreciate it if we could do that on the air. Appreciate you guys being here. With Atomic Monkey Comics, hit the drop down. Give us both a follow. Appreciate that. Let's see if we can get to 9,000. Thank you so much. Let's show those video games.
So I've got Nintendo 64, Star Wars Rogue Squadron. This is $50. It is complete and has the instructions inside. And then I have Super Nintendo Mortal Kombat 2. This one is $75, and it also is complete.
Nice. CIB on both. And then Bill's asking who's the artist on what? The Exo Man-O-War, maybe?
Bear, Mike Bear. Bair.
Okay.
And then Kevin Van Hook was the writer of the story. And then for our sports fans out there, we have a First Sports Illustrated. It's a 6.5, and it does have the inserts attached. This is $300.
All right, that is the First Sports Illustrated. 6.5 grade, $300. Greg Holmes, what's up? David Russell, if you're just tuning in, there's a lot of original art. There's original art covers, there's original art pages, there's some monster pieces. We're happy to review if you'd like. If there's something from the preview you were waiting for, let me know. Yes, both games are CIB, Matt. Yes.
And then
Okay.
we have this other Sports Illustrated is when Mantle, I guess we retired in, what is that, 65? And, end of an era. And that, the way I'm doing this is you get that and these 3 New York Yankees yearbook. There's the 65, the 64, and the 60 yearbook. You get all four books for $100. So
all
New York,
4 books for 100.
yeah, these 4. Yeah, so if you're a New York Yankees fan, there you go.
Are they playing baseball yet?
Yeah,
they are.
Yeah.
All right. So it's early in the season, right?
Yep.
So there's still Yankees fans out there. Okay, here we go. Rhino T2024. Rhino T2024. Thank you, Rhino.
And then I've got Ali's favorite game, Barney's Hide and Seek, to Sega Genesis, $5.
$5. It's disrespectful to Barney.
There you go.
Hey, we wanted to have all prices represented here.
All right, so we're missing the instruction on it. It's just $5. All right, the first SI, my man Greg is offering you $280.
Done.
Nice. GRG Holmes, First Sports Illustrated, $280. Thank you, Greg. Yeah, hit them with the offers, you guys. It's been a little quiet, no problem. I know there's some big pieces we were showing for kind of consecutively, but feel free to make the offers, you guys. You never know what's going to happen.
We're going to have a little bit of a theme here. We have Archie 511. It's a 9.2. It's $500. And there's a little bit of controversy with the dialogue on the cover.
Why?
Well,
I'd be okay. I mean, I thought it was that seems pretty obvious, right?
So Archie's expecting a fun time.
My horoscope predicted I'd be in the pink today. Okay. So
Archie's looking to have a good time.
One of the more direct innuendos. Yeah, that's such a good one. Oh, it's so clever.
And to go with that, we have
literally not even
the Tara Patrick biography.
Oh wow! All right, we're classing this joint up, bro bear.
And the Jenna Jameson biography.
Oh, wonderful! All right.
For
good
$500,
thing my parents refused to watch this program.
If you buy this book for $500, you get those 2 books thrown in for free.
All right, so if you buy the Archie Slab, you get the 2 porn star books thrown.
They're not signed though. I apologize for that. All right, so before we get back to Smart, let me show you some comics. We got some bigger CGCs here.
Would you do $85 on the Star Wars hardcover book?
I'll do $100 on it.
$100.
So we've got Fantastic Four, number 5. It's a 3.5 for $7,500.
Oh wow! Who's it signed by?
And it is signed by Stan Lee.
Oh wow, that's cool.
And that's a nice Stan Lee signature too.
And if you aren't, for example, a CBCS fan, let's just suppose, you can cross it over now with CGC JSA.
Cool. Nice. And then we have a Harley Quinn 59, which on the surface is like, when you see the $600, you're like, why? But this is signed by Margot Robbie.
Oh. Signed by Margot Robbie right there.
And it's like a good signature too. It's like, there we go. Turn it down. Turn it that way. Yeah, there we go. Like you can actually read it.
And what was the grade and price?
9.8, $600.
All right, 9.8, $600, signed by Margot.
Actually, you know what? 5.
500 now. He says 500. He just knocked off $100.
Detective 49 to 1.5. I've shown this a couple times, so I tell you what, $700 on this book.
Yes.
$700. It's Detective number 49. It's a 1.5, and the page quality is brittle.
Yes, brittle pages.
1.5.
So 1.5
brittle. He's down to 700. I think it says cover and centerfold detached, but check out the front cover, definitely intact.
It's got Batman battling Johnny Depp on the cover. We have Fantastic Four number 2. This is a 5.5. This is 2,400. Off-white pages. Yeah, it's the first scrolls.
Nice.
And then we have Strange Tales 110. First Doctor Strange. It's a 1.5 for $950.
Bourbon, he said he'd do how much on the Robbie? Or the Robbie?
500.
500. It's a 9.8. He dropped the price.
Then we got Daredevil 254. That's a 9.8. What's her name? I can't think of her name.
Yeah.
Typhoid Mary.
First
Typhoid Mary.
Robert, you'll take $450 from Bourbon. Can you do that?
Man.
Let's split it. He pitched in $100 for someone else. So put Elite down for 25. Can you get to
475. That's
475.
Okay.
Elite will pitch in 25. That's just a thank you to Bourbon for pitching in $100 for someone. Cool. All right.
And then we got Supervillain Team Up, number 14. It's a 7.0. We have it priced at 300, but the first 200 takes it.
200 will take it. Okay.
And then Amazing Spider-Man 252, 9.6, white pages, $400.
My man, Comic Uprising in the chat. What's up, James? All right, here's the deal. I don't want to speak for Robert. If you buy the original art page from Spider-Man 252, we will give you the slab.
Yeah, I'll do that. We will do that. Okay. Let's see what else we got over here. Oh, so here's something interesting that you don't see very often. This comic here, it's a Dark Horse Comics number 4. And this is part 1 of Predator Blood Feud. This one introduces
the conflict between the Yautjas.
The who?
The Predators.
Oh, the Predators. So this basically introduces that the Predators are fighting within themselves. And, you know, they didn't quite have that at the very beginning. And then you find out that these guys don't always like each other. What this is here, this is the whole book. How many pages?
31.
There's 31 pages of art here for $6,000. And the whole book, the whole story.
It's all the interior panels, pages.
All the interior art. There's like dudes hanging decapitated, bleeding all over the place. And there's your Predator right there.
Okay, that's awesome. So the whole book, not the cover, but everything else, right?
Yes.
$6,000.
Part 2.
All right, they're asking about, is there any original art of Star Wars, any unopened Pokemon packs,
no.
And then the info on the G.I. Joe figure.
I'll show you the G.I. Joe stuff. On this ran through different issues?
Yeah, so issue 5, 6, and 7.
Okay, so this ran through 3 issues. This is the first part.
Oh.
But this book is the entire story. So this is basically Dark Horse Comics 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, and 6.
Oh, wow. So
there's 4 parts.
It's like the original art to 3 comics.
Yeah. So you get the whole story.
It's the whole story.
$200 a page, basically.
Didn't count.
I mean, look at this.
That's the final fight.
Oh, wow.
It's a blind samurai story versus the Predator. Guess who wins?
We're going to keep the comic for anyone that takes the art, DJ.
Oh,
All right.
Okay, hang on. I'm going to connect to that. Let me get to this. All right, so the G.I. Joe, here's what we have. We have bats. This is a 50. It's 1985.
That's like a kind of like a tape pull basically thing right there, right?
Yeah, right there.
All right. So the art got pulled off there.
Two places. And it's $300. We have this Cobra Battle Gear accessory pack number 4. This is graded a 80 plus. This is CAS graded on that one, and that is $200.
Okay.
We have Major
What's up,
Blood.
Gramages?
This is loose graded. See how it's got the card back, and they've attached him, where it looks like the card is there, but he's being held on. And this one is 80, and this is $135.
Peach card back for those who care.
Anime stuff? Do we have anime stuff?
For those that it makes a difference, it's a peach card back. The back, the card itself, yeah.
Okay. 135, so it was graded loose, Bill, right? You heard that? Trader Bill _ comics. Bill knows a lot about G.I. Joe. So.
Okay.
Trader Bill _ comics. I'm sure he knew exactly what he was snagging.
These are 2 Pokemon packs. These are not game packs. These are collector card packs. Topps card packs. One is they're both 10s. One is from Series 1 and the other one's from Series 2, I believe. You got one Ash Lebanon Pikachu there. And there.
Okay.
And then we do have a piece of Star Wars art. This is from the newspaper strip. This is a daily by Russ Manning. And it features Luke, and he is, slicing into a stormtrooper.
So this is from the newspaper.
Yes. It's a nice size art.
Okay.
All right. That's our Star Wars art. And then Batman art. Okay. So here's one Batman piece. Somebody was asking about Batman art. This one here is by Dave Gibbons. And it's a Batman with a gargoyle behind him. It was I guess it was a commission to Ari. It's a nice piece, nice shadows. Good moody kind of piece. This one is $1,500.
Someone was asking about VHS tapes.
Yeah, we just showed some original art from the comic strip, Phil.
Somebody asked about some VHS tapes. We have Pokemon, the Johto Journeys, the Squirtle Squad. And this one is a IGS 95. The seal is a 75. And this one here is 300. And then we've got the Matrix, which is VGA graded, and that's an 80 plus.
80 plus, okay. And how much is that?
That's 100.
How do you know? Is that like, what print is that or whatever on the Matrix?
It says collector's edition, flatback seal, small Warner Brothers watermark on the front, full screen. So it doesn't tell me like which edition. It says 1999. It says 1999.
All right, don't ask me. $100.
And then we got.
Yeah, I don't know how Squirtle team got out the door. You go Squirtle squad. I don't know how that was improved.
We got an 85 plus VGA graded 1990 droids, Adventures of R2D2 and C3PO.
All right, Bam Pal Comics. You know this isn't class because apparently he was listening to you and you said collector's edition. So it's not the first. Thank you, Bam Pal.
If we have any Jim Lee fans, we have the Uncanny X-Men trading cards. This is the 10, featuring all this nice Jim Lee art.
Yeah.
And this is the complete set, and it should have the holograms, right? So this is the complete set with the holograms, and that's $175. It's factory sealed.
That's Series 1, right?
Yes, and it's factory sealed.
Oh, that's sweet. Any damage to the seal or anything that we should show?
No.
Clean?
Yeah.
All right.
It's got the little bubble here, but it's not. And there's your number. Your merit. The number. It is number
2891.
2891 is 7,500.
Okay. And then you Rhino bought something earlier, so I'll read this offer. 125 he's offering. 150
for what?
Now somebody claimed the thing. You guys are getting too cute.
What is it?
There's a 150 offer, 125 offer.
150.
First to 175.
Yeah, 150.
That's the right price.
We'll take 150.
That's not how it works. Okay. I mean, we can't do it that way because, okay, so here's how we're going to do it. Rhino, you have first crack at 150. If you don't want it, Comic Ozzy gets it. If somebody writes 175, they just take it from everybody. So, Rhino.
Okay, I understand. I get it.
We wouldn't just let somebody come in second and then take over the damn thing. That's not how it works. Okay, so Rhino, just let us know if you're in or out at 150, and then if you're out, Comic Ozzy gets it. Thank you, Ozzy. All right, go ahead. All right, 150. All right, Rhino T2024 is going to take it. Sorry, just trying to be fair.
So we have a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles proof card. There's no action figure here. It's just a proof card that has been graded to 75. It's $300. And then we all have another storage card. It's a Donatello. It's the one where he opens up and has all that gear in his back. And this one's a 70. That's $375.
Comic Ozzy didn't claim it, True City. I mean, I didn't see 175. He tried to write 150, but that wasn't his counter to accept. He didn't make the first offer either. So that's what happened there. If he wrote 175, then it would have been a snipe, and he gets it.
So we have this Argentinian penguin. El Penguino card. It's $275. Won the Super Amigos.
Yep. Still on the card. Unopened. Clear bubble.
Clear bubble. It's $275.
All right, $275. You guys, it's about fairness. You have rules because you got to apply them. I can't bend the rules and what about Rhino? Does nobody cares about Rhino? The poor guy.
Care about Rhino.
He made the first offer.
Right.
Why should he be robbed of his opportunity to take his counter offer? If Ozzy didn't give a shit about Rhino, he should have just sniped him properly. Okay, go ahead.
Got Star Trek communicator from 1974. Some walkie-talkies. They're $300, still factory sealed. So who needs those stupid cell phones when you got these communicators? You want to go old school? There you go. We got a Star Wars lunchbox.
We love
with the
Ozzy.
thermos.
We love you. You know I love you, Ozzy.
It's in one side of the lunchbox is near mint, and the other side isn't. And we have it at $300. This is the side that has some little rust on it. It's almost like it must have been resting in something on this side because the other side is perfect.
I like that. synergy. Like Ted DiBiase says, everybody type the price. You hear that, Bill? We got to do something with that.
And then we have a Third Eye Silver Surfer puzzle that is factory sealed from 1971. It's $200.
That's still sealed. That's a puzzle, kind of in that black. What are those called? Like black light?
Yeah, it's like a black
art?
light kind of thing. Sort of almost day glow, glow in the dark.
All right. I mean, I'm terrified of any of these guys turning on a black light in their room.
And then we've got some Pokemon cards, some graded ones. We got. I'll just scan through these if you guys.
Look at this Comic Ozzy class act, you guys. $50 to the next claim over 500. So if you claim something for 500 or more, Comic Ozzy is going to pitch in 50. Thank you, Ozzy.
Yeah, we sold the Bart Simpson card last show. This is a whole pack. It's $100, 7/0 near mint, and then we also have a Batman. Last show we had 9s. This is a 10, the only 10 we have, and it's $150 for the
Straight
pack.
10.
Michael.
Batman Returns. Did you like that one? Did you like that movie?
Yes.
Yes.
I got to say, I did not enjoy the Penguin.
The Penguin's pretty annoying.
Yeah, it was pretty gross.
I wanted to love the movie, but the Penguin's probably the weaker part.
Okay.
Catwoman's where it's at.
So, going back to some books real quick before we hit the art, as we're working our way back. This is a book called Bradbury, An Illustrated Life. And it was written by a guy named Jerry Wiest, who was one of the original like aficionados of comic book art. And this book is signed by Ray Bradbury. It's number 22 of 250 copies.
Okay.
And this one is $150.
$150, signed by Ray Bradbury. When did that come out?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Because he signed it as a tipped-in plate, so he wasn't traveling someplace to sign them. It says first edition, 2002.
2002. Signed by Ray Bradbury in there. Okay, cool.
And I think it was like 2001 I met Ray Bradbury, so that sounds about right.
Name dropping. He said, quote, I think it was like 2001 when I met Ray Bradbury. Do you want 120 on it?
Yes.
Name dropper?
Yes.
Rhino T2024.
All right.
You bought his book signed by his buddy Ray Ray.
Yeah. So we have 3 Frazetta hardcover books. I believe 2 of them are out of print. We've got Frazetta, the book covers, and this one here concentrates on basically just, it's like a catalog of all the paperback and hardcover books that Frazetta ever worked on. Then we have one called the Frazetta Funnies, which is basically before he was doing the stuff for EC and Johnny Comet and everything, he did a lot of like funny animal work, and this concentrates on some of that work. And then lastly, the telling stories. It's the comic art of Frank Frazetta, and this is a slipcase book, and it basically has, I think it has all of his EC work. I think there's a Thunder story in here. It's been recently colored, so the color sensibility is a little different. It's a little more modern than the way it was colored originally. But you know, there's Thunder #1, and it goes like the romance stories are in here. It's a pretty nice book, and all 3 books, all 3 hardcovers, and that one's a slipcase. All 3 hardcovers for $120.
$120 for the trio, Frazetta trio. I think somebody will take that.
And then we have another book called The Ultimate Triumph, a heroic fantasy of Robert E. Howard. So this is basically a book that was done. It's illustrated by Frank Frazetta, and it has some really wonderful Frank Frazetta illustrations. in it. I mean, it's just literally chock full of Frazetta drawings, pen and ink drawings, none of which had anything to do with Robert E. Howard. But they're all evocative of the storytelling, and that's a nice book. And that one is $100. There's two versions of it. There was this one, and there was a slipcase version. The slipcase version is a little more expensive.
Okay.
For my old comic book reader guys, I've got this book. I personally have this book in my personal collection. Is one of my favorite books of all time. It's a DC superheroes origins, and basically what it gives you is inside it has the original Golden Age origin and the Silver Age origin of every major DC character.
You're saying this is one of your favorite books of all time?
All time, yes. When I was a kid and I got this for Christmas one year.
At least until somebody claims it.
No, I have a copy. I have my own copy of it. No, I actually have.
All right, $50 for one of Robert's favorite books of all time.
And yeah, everybody should have this book in their collection. All right, so
key first appearances in there. All right.
If you're a Turtles guy, this book here, it's $1,200, and what it is, it's all of the original Turtles stories that Eastman and Laird worked on. They only made
all right, $50. Cool 713 wants to be cool like Robert. KEWL 713, $50. That's one of Robert's favorite books ever made.
And
that Laird signature, forget about the Laird signature. That Laird sketch is where it's at. We see Eastman all the time, not Laird. That's awesome.
So it's all the time.
And this was this is number 244 of 1,000. And it's look, it was done in '88, so this is when they were still doing this stuff. Yeah, before the cartoon and everything. So this is old school, and it's basically all of their work before they started bringing in, I guess, the helpers and stuff.
Oh, remember that?
Yes. And it's a hardcover. It's in excellent condition, and that is $1,200.
$1,200, and that compilation released like 90s, 2000s.
Yeah, it was like it's 88. It's like it's got the
that came out in
1988.
Yeah,
1988. Yeah.
This is all the time.
This is before those the first books started coming out. Those paperbacks, those oversized.
You got a $900 offer on it.
I will. No, I can't. I can't. This is. The Laird drawing. I'll do 1,000 on it. That's the best.
Okay.
That's my bottom on it, I think.
$1,000. He exposed his bottom, and then he said,
"Yeah, there you go."
His bottom. Huh? He exposed his bottom. $1,000. Nowhere Comics. Thank you so much for that offer.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, and then here's kind of a big book. So I have two Tarzan of the Apes books. One of them is an A.L. Burt. To the best of what I can get of this is a true first edition second state. This is the one that does not have the acorn on the spine. It's from 1914.
Wow.
And has the arting.
Oh, wait. Patrick, I appreciate that, but somebody really wants this thing. I appreciate that, Patrick. I'm not refusing the gesture, but Nowhere Comics wanted it. I wanted to remind Robert and Nowhere Comics that there's a $50 credit in play. So his $900 offer was actually $950, and that's because of Comic Aussie.
Oh, okay.
Could you do $950, or are you standing
I'm going to stand firm on 1,000.
Okay, Nowhere Comics. Can you get to $950? If you can get to $950, then you can have it with the credit. And Patrick, again, I saw what you're trying to do. I appreciate it, but somebody's after that. give him a shot at it, Pat. Much love, Patrick. Okay.
All right. So that's that book. Then we have this one, which is a later printing. This one still says A.L. Burt. So I'm thinking
yes,
this is somewhere.
Nine. You include shipping on your claims over 1,000 or something, right? Yeah. Okay. Fine. Done. Nowhere Comics with an X. You'll buy it for $9.50, shipped to the U.S. Comic Aussie. Super awesome gesture. You'll pitch in 50. So Nowhere Comics with an X. You get it for $9.50, and the $50 credit from comic_Aussie will be used there. Thank you very much.
This one here, these are not price clipped. These are not facsimile. This is not a facsimile dust jacket. This is of the time. This is the original version of the dust jacket, just a later state. So I'm doing both books together. So basically, first print, second state, and this is probably going to be somewhere along the lines of like a fifth print, maybe. And you get both books for $1,500.
Okay, sorry. We're a little distracted. So the one on the right without the dust jacket is first edition,
print, second state.
Second state. And then what was the other? What's the one with the dust jacket?
It's still A.L. Burt, because a lot of them would say, so it's still, but I think it's like a fifth printing.
Okay.
And I was offering this book for $100, this Edgar Rice Burroughs reference, but if you buy those two, I will throw this book in.
Okay, forget about that book right now. The two other books okay, so these two books, if you don't know, this is the first appearance of Tarzan. So they're not first, but that's a big book. That's the first appearance of Tarzan. What year is that? Like
1914.
1914. So that's where the IP starts.
This one here came from a library in Wyoming.
Okay.
And it has a little, like the person, this is the original person, property of F.W. Johnson, cowboy, I'm sure. And
okay. And how much are you asking for both?
Both $1,500.
$1,500. Okay, that covers that. Sounds like you'll throw in the $100 book as well.
Reference, yeah, the reference book, yeah.
The reference book, okay.
Basically, if you're into Burroughs and you want to collect Burroughs, this has tells you every iteration and all the print histories of every Burroughs book. And then we'll do one more book, and then we're going to go to more art. And I have this Bloodstar book, which is illustrated by Richard Corbin. This book still has the original mailer, the cardboard mailer that it came in. And this is, I mean, it's mint. It wasn't signed by him, but it was limited.
Still, I've done my part to take handwriting down a notch. I'll admit it.
Yeah. And so that one's $150 or best offer.
Was that signed?
No, that one wasn't. It wasn't. It was just a limited book.
Okay.
And then this First Mates, which is the art of Don Mates, and this one is signed by him, and it's a slipcase. Has a little slipcase here. I think that. Let me show you the signature page. There we go. Has like a. I think that's a Tipton. Yeah, it's got a print, and then it's signed by Gene Wolfe and Don Mates.
All right, I have to show off a signed book that I have too. I have this signed book. That's Gus.
Nice.
Gus from Silver Age Comics signed here, and then that's Teddy. Teddy signed there as a boy.
Okay. All right, we're going back to some art here.
All right, let's go back to some art.
Somebody asked about Batman. Let me show you some more Batman. We got this Batman stuff here. Well, before we get to Batman, let me show you this. So this one here, this is a cover recreation of Justice League #3. Here, can we pull that out of there? There we go. So we get the glare. This is by Jerry Ordway from 2013.
Edge to edge.
And it's art The whole thing is art.
I see you, Pat. Look at this. Okay, so where does this come from? This is published?
No, it is a recreation, a cover recreation, probably some commission that he did for somebody in 2013. So it's it's old. It's not brand new. I mean the detail, it looks like Jerry Ordway art. I mean this is published cover quality piece, and this is $3,500.
$3,500.
Jerry Ordway, Justice League #3 recreation by Jerry Ordway.
Damn, a lot of work on there.
Yeah,
okay.
No, it's amazing. And then here, this is by I think it's is it Alan or Paul? It's Alan. It's Alan. He put Paul here, but so this is by Alan Kupperberg. This is a Batman piece. I do not believe it's published, and I don't know the history of it, other than but who it's by. But this is, once again, it's another cover quality piece. I mean, this is like amazing.
It's on cover stock. And
it's on cover stock paper, and featuring Deadman and Batman. It's $750.
I'm not gonna lie. When I saw that in the trailer, in the preview, I thought it was Neil Adams.
No, that was the thing. It was we were identifying the arts, like who else draw? What other guys could it be to draw like Neil Adams? Yeah. Because there's a handful of guys that really have that kind of look.
The row your bow art. How much was that? Millhouse is calling it that.
It's $3,500.
And Bill, who the hell is Kanjar Rowe? Who's that?
Yes.
The guy rowing?
Yeah.
That's Kanjar Rowe.
That guy?
That's him?
What is he? Is he controlling?
First appearance.
Is he controlling everyone with that stick?
Wand?
Wand? Okay.
Yeah.
Who did the Batman? Teddy's asking.
Alan Kupperberg.
Alan Kupperberg.
And he worked for DC and Marvel in the 70s and 80s. Yeah.
Okay.
Now we've got, this is a piece by Frank Thorne. This is a published, it was used as the frontispiece and the cover to one of the Gita books. I think it's for like one of the European editions of the Gita, but this is basically Frank Thorne's creation after he came up with Red Sonja. He had Gita, and this is this original cover. And this is $3,500.
$3,500. Gita as in what?
Well, you had Red Sonja, and then I guess he thought, well, I really like drawing this character, so he came with it's like Gita of Alcazar.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I think it's Alcazar, and it was a lot more adult. So it was like naked Red Sonja, except instead of having red hair, she had blonde hair.
Gotcha.
So, essentially, and then as a side piece to that, this is a hand-colored copy he did, a color guide. Also, and this is colored by Frank Thorne, and you see on the back the colors coming through. Mm-hmm. He would use dyes and watercolors and what have you. And this one is $500 for the.
That's Gita, right?
Yes, and this, see, you got this, and then you got the color guide.
Okay.
We have a Jim Starlin convention sketch of Captain Marvel. This is $800.
All right, Jim Starlin, some Captain Marvel. Look at that. You crush that. Any Captain Marvel fan in here? There you go.
And if your name is Peter, you're set. You can have that story tell about how you met him and how awesome he was. Like the time I met Ray Bradbury. All right, so we got this is a Joseph Rubinstein piece. after Michael Golden. So apparently there was something that I guess maybe he had done with Michael Golden before, and so he did a recreation of it. It's Doctor Strange. This is 11 by 17 paper. I think it's cardstock. Yeah, it's like heavier artboard, and that is $400.
I don't think we have sports cards ultimate. Any sports cards tonight?
Not tonight.
Okay.
No.